Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my review of Frostblood by Ellie Blake. Frostblood came in my July Fairyloot box. I am actually very happy with it. I know that they sent out two different boxes. I would have quite liked to have gotten a fire box, but it's okay, I can get past that. I think this cover is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm very happy with it. I will put a picture up as well of what the Fireblood cover looks like because I found it really interesting, and I will link down below my Fairyloot unboxing if you do want to see the other goodies that I got with the book. The advanced reader's copy, it is set to release January 2017, so it is a while away yet, and I am very satisfied that I've been able to read it before its release date. I am really excited for everyone else to get their hands on a copy. So the novel follows Ruby, who is a Fireblood, and she is living in a world that is ravaged by war between the Frostbloods and the Firebloods. Again, it's that kind of opposing elemental power, and at the minute the ruling kingdom is the Frostbloods, and Firebloods have pretty much been driven out of the kingdom or killed, and this follows Ruby, who is living in secret with her mother. I was absolutely sucked into this story. I really did enjoy it, and I am already really excited for the next book, which I'm kind of upset that I'm not going to get to read for a very long time now, but that is how it is when you delve into a new series. So immediately I like this character. I like Ruby. She's sassy, she's sarcastic, she is my kind of girl. I don't like the kind of passive female character. I like strong female characters. I like Ruby because she's emotional, she's passionate, she's angry, and has every right to be. You see that progression of her character, but you also see the passion increasing. You see her emotional state breaking down and building back up again, and you see how she faces each new struggle in her life, and she gets past it, she pushes through it, and she still has that key sense of humor. I'm so happy that she's this kind of female character. 'Cause I'm sorry, but I'm bored of the Bella Swan, guys. I think something that Ellie Blake is really talented at is the way that she creates opposing characters with dialect. Something that I do struggle to appreciate sometimes is how writers use dialect in text. Sometimes it's really unbelievable, or it just doesn't suit the character that they're trying to portray. Ellie Blake captures Ruby's character really well through her dialect, but she also captures Brother Thistle and Arcus. She really interestingly uses their own dialects and the difference in their upbringings, and she brings that out in the way that they speak to each other or the way they act towards each other. Ruby is that fantastic sarcastic character, and she's not afraid to respond and maybe say things that she shouldn't say. It's just really nice to see that kind of character, and it's really nice to see her opposed with the people that she comes in contact with. I found it very easy to read. It's a very simple story. It has some really interesting mythological qualities to it as well. I really like it when I'm reading a new story, a new fantasy in particular, and the history of that world is spot on, and this one was. I really enjoyed it. I like the concept of the gods and where they came from. I'm not gonna tell you much about it because I don't want to give it away. I really did like the way that it was done though. I found it really intriguing to learn the history, and it was so easy to grasp, very simple, but at the same time you see the complexity of the elements, the different powers that are presented in this book, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. I couldn't help reminiscing Avatar: The Last Airbender while reading this book. I love that series. It's really nice to see how, I don't know, the characters resonated with me, and I really enjoyed it. I've read so many different elemental stories, and most of them just don't hit the spot for me, and this book really did. I really like seeing the way that Ellie Blake wrote in the power and the action and the struggles between the characters and the training and things like that. It was really nice to read it and feel the possibility of it, feel where the angst comes from deep inside, and how our emotions and our passions could incite this elemental force, this physical power. And I think she did it very well. I'm very impressed by it. I was both excited and skeptical when I read the blurb for this book when it came in the box. I was a little bit skeptical because so many people butcher elemental power in stories, and I'm really glad that Ellie Blake did it well. This book really excited me for the duration of reading it. Sometimes I did find that it could be too telling. Their emotional state were too descriptive and it didn't leave the reader much to interpret. I would rather have a little bit of guesswork there, but again, it was such a small part of it, and it's probably one of the only faults that I could pick out. I still really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was a really lovely, well written book, and I'm really glad that I managed to get my hands on a copy. I would compare it to Red Queen as well, not just Avatar. I think that there are very similar traits from Red Queen, but having read Red Queen recently, it's not like so similar that you predict everything that's going to happen. I think it's just nice to see a similar female protagonist and the elemental struggles that they both face. I'm going to give this book an 8 out of 10. I cannot wait to see the series improve as it goes along. I'm really excited. I wish I could say more, but as it isn't being released for a while yet, I really don't want to give too much away and kind of ruin the suspense. Really happy with it, and yeah. Ruby has become a new favourite female protagonist for me very quickly. I started reading this book at night, fell asleep at 2, and then picked it straight back up in the morning because I couldn't leave it unfinished the next day. It's that kind of book. I'm expecting great things from Ellie Blake. Don't let me down, Ellie Blake. If you enjoyed this video, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And yeah, if you have read it as well, please do let me know what you thought of it. I'm really intrigued to kind of see what other people's opinions were like. And yeah, I'll see you for the next video.